Сжато, отличненько. Сейчас я вроде бы сейчас должно все начаться. У меня пока еще YouTube не считает, что что-то началось. Все, YouTube считает, что все началось. Итак, друзья, всем привет. Мы с вами снова вместе. И сегодня мы продолжим мучить в прямом эфире замечательную, храбрую Машу. Мучить мы ее будем замечательным Женей. Маша, поприветствуй.
Всем привет.
Женя, тоже скажи привет.
Всем привет, ребят.
А для тех, кто слушает нас впервые, значит, смотрите, у нас это вторая часть из дилогии англоязычных собеседований на фронтенд-разработчика джуновского уровня. В прошлый раз мы страдали на верстке и на JavaScript. Сегодня мы будем не менее активно страдать на TypeScript и React. Вот. Спасибо Жене. Женя обеспечит нам очень приятное страдание, очень душевное. Соответственно, я и сейчас от себя замолкаю. Сначала Маша говорит пару слов о себе для тех, кто не видел предыдущую часть, потом Женя говорит пару слов о себе для тех, кто не видел предыдущую часть, а потом они переходят на английский и начинается. Все, господа, отдаю вам все. Ждите.
Да, всем привет. Меня зовут Маша. Я сейчас живу в Берлине, ищу работу фронтенд-разработчиком. Мой стек JavaScript React, и сейчас я работаю над проектом на Next, и туда планирую еще внедрить TypeScript.
Супер, спасибо, Маш. Меня зовут Женя, я работаю разработчиком последние 10 лет, разработчиком, менеджером Соколов-Вилюзин. Вот, и попутно консультирую, помогаю проводить, строить технические секции собеседований для фронтендеров. Сегодня я буду собеседовать Машу, мы поговорим на английском про TypeScript, React и все, что с этим связано. Про то, как строить при помощи всего этого безобразия надежные системы и хорошие интерфейсы. Супер. Okay, let's go. Let's go switch in English and let's go to our interview. Hi, Masha. Thank you for joining. You are very brave. And today we will perform our second part of our interview. And let's talk about TypeScript a little bit. Could you please explain in a few words what is TypeScript and what is its goal?
Yeah, sure. TypeScript, it's like JavaScript with types. It's like additional layer on top of JavaScript, and it compiles in plain JavaScript, but we use TypeScript to find errors in during development. Yeah.
Okay, great. And what's about runtime? Do we have TypeScript in runtime?
Yeah, tricky question for me. I guess before runtime we get our errors, possible errors before runtime.
Yeah, I mean, if everything fine, can we run TypeScript code in browser? How do you think?
I think we need to compile it in JavaScript, no?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We have some environments on the back end, like Bun, and with help of these environments, we can run TypeScript code. But in browser, we have an environment only for JavaScript. That's why at first we need to compile our TypeScript to JavaScript and run only JavaScript in browser. Yeah, absolutely right. And yeah, that was a tricky question. Okay, good. Could you please tell me about types? Maybe what types do you remember right now? A few examples.
Types.
Yeah, just simple types that we have in standard library.
Yeah, string, number, boolean, and also we have more complex types. Yeah. It's like utility types, intersections.
Mhm.
It was something else there.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely right. Let's talk a little bit about utility types. How do you think why they were created, and if we can give me some examples of utility types, it will be great.
Yeah, utility types, it's built-in types helpers in TypeScript, and they allow us to create like new type based on existing one. For example, we can use required utility type, and we can make all properties for existing type requires. Yeah. What else? Required, selected. Yeah. I think selected or not.
Let's talk about
partial.
partial.
Yeah,
Partial.
we have partial, and we can make properties optional. Omit. But I forgot what it's about.
Don't worry. We use type omit to exclude some properties from base type, and with help of this utility type, we can create a new type without few properties from base one. Yeah. Well, okay, nice. Maybe something else. If no, it's okay. Don't worry.
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, nice. And let's go to some weakness of type system of TypeScript, and let's talk about type any. What do you know about this? Why we use type any, and should we use it or not?
Yeah, any can be anything. And if we use any, we lose TypeScript benefits like type checking. Yeah, I don't know if we should or shouldn't use, because I read in one article that sometimes a developer can use any. Yeah, but in which situations? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And if we use if we use any, TypeScript thinks that developer knows what to do, and developer knows the environment better. So yeah, TypeScript doesn't check types, and we can get errors later.
If it was true, it would be wonderful. But sometimes we know nothing about what are we doing right now, and yeah, we use any like a silver bullet, but it's not. It's silver bullet with a portion of poison.
Yeah,
Okay.
but should we use any or not? What do you think?
Do you know about restrictions and how can we implement different type checking strategies or rules in TypeScript?
Restrictions. Do you mean type guards or not?
No. I mean configuration for
config.
compiler. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a TypeScript config. file.
Yeah, we have it. And I asked about this because there in compiler options, we have options no any. And if we set it to true, that will be compilation error on any type in our code. I know a couple situation when we have to use any at first. If you refactor the old code and old code written in JavaScript dynamic manner, for example, for some situations you need to write many extra code just to satisfy TypeScript compilator. We're all people, and we work for business, and business pay for our time. And from time to time, we don't have a time. Yeah, and that's why we need to. We have to use any. Of course, in an ideal world, I would say that oh no, don't use any. Please write all this code, all these mappers, type checkers, and etc., etc. But life is life. Yeah, and in my experience, it might be the most frequent situation when we use any is refactoring of old code.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, nice. Thank you for that answer. And let's compare it to two other types we don't have in JavaScript type system, but we have in TypeScript. Let's talk about unknown and never. What is never at first?
Never, it's when function doesn't return anything. So it just can't return. And for example, never is used for function that only throw errors. So function doesn't have return statement, and it's never.
Well, it's interesting about function returns. Okay, if this function only through errors, we can use it. But if our function is just doing something and don't return anything, what else type can we use to describe a return type? Maybe you have heard about it? Try to imagine it.
I guess.
Try to imagine it. When you just, for example, you need to describe props interface for React component, and this component takes as a prop callback, for example. And this callback doesn't have return value. It's just does some things and nothing else. What type will you use in this situation?
Maybe unknown that you have mentioned before.
No, I'm talking about void.
Void. Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
That's why I suggested to imagine it, because we do it many times per day when we write a code, and if somebody asks us about this, we can just forget to about this. Yeah, okay, good. And let's talk about difference between any, never, and unknown. How do you think? What is the difference?
Maybe the main difference that when we use any, TypeScript doesn't check this part of code, and if we use unknown, we should use type checking there, and never. Maybe TypeScript checks if nothing returns there.
Well, it's not about returns. If we're talking about functions, it might be a type of argument, for example. Well, if you use never for some argument, what does it mean? What do you think?
Maybe there is no argument.
For example, okay, let me share the screen and
Yeah,
let's
sure.
go. Let's go. Natasha, could you please give me
Есть.
Yeah, now it's good. And let's see. Let's see what do we have. For example, we have function.
Сори, покрупнее, пожалуйста, сделай зумчик.
One moment.
Еще? Во, супер.
Nice. Okay. And
Подожди секундочку, Маш, тебе нормально видно? Все хорошо?
Да, мне отлично, да.
Супер, все.
Yeah, this is some function. And let's imagine that we have a parameter and we set the type of it to never. Well, how do you think what might happen if we try to call it and to put some arguments there? You can see the error.
Yeah, I see.
What is there? What is there? How do you think?
Maybe because we pass string.
Okay, I can pass
but
number, and we have the
it's
same.
like maybe TypeScript thinks that we should pass never there, but I can't explain how it works.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Argument of type 5, it's a literal, by the way, is not assignable to parameter of type never. Why? Because nothing is assignable for a type never. And when you use type never, it means that if you put anything, it will lead you to TypeScript error during compilation. That's the difference between never and okay. Let's well, I think it's two sides of one coin, never and any. In case of any, you can put anything. In case of never, you can put nothing. There is a two sides, two termination points of this line. Okay, and let's talk about unknown. How do you think? What is the difference between any and unknown?
Yeah, unknown. We don't know what data we get, and yeah, I read that we need to check. At first, we need to check the type if we use unknown.
And in case of any?
And in case of any, we don't do it. We just put anything that's it.
Yeah, actually, it's true. If you use unknown, TypeScript forces you to check type before you use this part of code. I mean, variable, parameter, etc. In case of any, TypeScript forces you to nothing, and you can do what you want and take responsibility on it yourself.
Yeah. Can I ask you about this example with never? So in this case, we we should pass nothing there, right?
Yeah.
So there is no argument, or not?
Yeah. There is no. Well, actually, the most frequent usage of never,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen in my practice, is in generic type.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we will talk about generic type a
Mm-hmm.
little bit later. But why later? Let's talk about this right now.
Now,
Could you tell me something about generic type?
yeah, generic. Yeah, this is yeah, the topic of TypeScript is a little bit difficult for me because I know some things in theory and I haven't used it yet, but I plan. So yeah, so some things I just can't imagine because I didn't use them. Yeah, so generics allows us to create reusable components and functions that can work with like any data type. And we don't need to specify the exact type of data in advance.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to use the same example. For example, let's make this function generic, and let's use this generic time here in our argument. And for example, okay, let's just console log this argument. It's easy. And find arg1, sorry. Okay. And for example, if I do it right now with this manner, what should I pass there? How do you think?
String.
And if I pass nothing, what do we have here?
Well, I think error.
Yeah, of course it's error because this type is not this argument is not optional, and I need to pass something like there. And yeah, in that case, we don't have an error. But if I try to put something else, I have an error. And let's go back to our previous examples. What type should I use if I don't want to pass anything in my function?
Or don't want to pass.
I would like to call it without argument, but I have argument in description, and this argument is not optional.
Yeah, but in previous example, we put never there, and
Let's check.
everything works. Check. But yeah, I think we can't use never here because this is generic, right?
Let's just
Or
check.
yeah, or it,
What do we have here? Interesting. Expanded one argument, but got
yeah.
yeah.
It
Seems that we have
yeah.
we have a situation without an exit, because if we use never, well, in our definition, we need to pass something, but if we pass something, we will have error here because the generic type is never. Well, how can we break TypeScript in one line?
Well, we can pass, I don't know, maybe any.
Any, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any, and what else? What do you think? Can we use undefined? How do you think?
Undefined. Maybe not now. Do we have now here?
You know, if we, well, let's talk about now. What is now? I can write it right here.
Now is when the value like is absent, that like
Well,
doesn't exist.
actually, now is a value. It means that we need to put here now. Exactly. If we use now as a type, this is a type with one value. But if we use undefined, let's check. Well, seems the same situation, and
The pass undefined.
Yeah, we need to pass undefined. Well, it's an interesting situation. You need to pass undefined to satisfy TypeScript compilation. And these couple of examples should demonstrate that TypeScript is not as simple how it seems. Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go to the
totally.
next. Let's go to the next questions. And well, if we're talking about generics, let's remember type record. Do you know what it's built-in type?
Record.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, record is a type to describe key value structures, and actually this type has two generic types, one for keys and another one for value upon these keys. As you maybe remember from JavaScript, when we describe object, we can use not only string values for keys. Actually, we can use numbers, and there is some tricky behavior related to to this feature. Yeah, if we try to describe the structure with key and values, we use built-in type record for that. And this type has two generics. Also, I use never when I describe functions that run API call, and the first generic was about parameters of this request, and the second one was about result. And if this API call return nothing, I use never just to prevent using results of this this request in the code. Why we need to error the few cases. Okay, good. And well, you mentioned intersectional type and its brother union type. Well, let's talk about union type. If we use union type, how can we understand what exactly type has this variable, for example?
So union type, it allows us to to create a new type that combines two and more types, right?
Right.
Yeah, it can be, no, it can be one. No, it was about intersection, I guess. So union, it can be one of several types. So it can be something from.
It might be
It might.
one or second in the same time.
Yeah. So yeah, to define the exact type, we need to use type guards. Here,
okay.
here, this topic.
Yeah, that was a question about this topic.
Yeah.
Could you please explain type guards and maybe some examples of type guards?
Yeah, type guards, it's like mechanism that we use to define exact type of data, and it based on conditions. So we can use inbuilt helpers, I don't know, like type of, or instance of. Yeah. So, for example, if we don't know what exact type we get, and we need to to do something with this data, but we're not sure if we can actually do this action with this data type. Yeah, we can make a check. So if something like type of this data is, I don't know, string, then we can use some string method there. Or maybe we can use like optional.
Well, let's talk about structures. For example, we have a structure that has a union type. The first part of union type describes the field name, and the second type in union type describes the field age, for example. And we have structure a human that might have name and might have age. If we need to read age, for example, what type guard should we use?
So age is number.
Age is no. Age is part of. Okay, let me go
yeah, I think it's better with example.
Yeah, it's better with example. Okay, let's describe two types. The first one, for example, ageable.
Okay.
And in this type, we describe the field age with type of number. It's a structure, by the way. And another type, name it. And in this type, we'll describe the field name. That is string. And let's imagine that we have a variable, for example, human. And the type of this variable is ageable and named. Ageable or named, no, and named. Okay. And it has age 10 and name Joe. Let's try to, oh, sorry, wrong comma here. Okay, and let's imagine that we try to read, try the function get age that takes some param of type ageable. And console log ageable param age. Let's try to call it and put human there. It works, right?
But I don't see console log here.
Well, we don't call this code. We just describe it and try to.
Okay.
This is a TypeScript playground.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How do you think if I write another one function, get name and put humans there, should it work or not?
If we make like similar function but with named.
Yeah. I will copy that.
Yes, I think yeah, it works.
Why? Can you explain this mechanism? Why it works?
because we described that human like contains two types.
It implements
It
both types, right?
yeah, with two types. So yeah, and we have age and we have name.
Okay, and let me break this.
Yeah. Okay,
And
we have.
as you can see, during calling, we have an error. Because this variable might be ageable or named, and when we put it to the function that takes param of type ageable, we have no idea what it is in the particular moment. It might be ageable or it might be named, and how can we fix it?
So we need to define this exact type, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me be your hands. Tell me what to write, and I will write.
Yeah, it's really difficult for me. What we can do. Maybe we can check if this like parameter exists, right, in type. Can we do it?
Well, we can write some if statement before we call this function. And
Okay.
the question is, what should be there?
Maybe if age in ageable.
Okay, maybe.
No. No, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, let's check this this option within age in what?
In I said in ageable.
Yeah, you said in ageable.
Yes, but now I think it's not right.
Well, we need to check that something has filled age. And what is something?
Inhuman.
Okay, let's try. If age in human, well, not age, but age. There. And as you can see, it works.
It
It works,
okay.
and well, this is a type guard. Exactly. Okay, fantastic. Well, good, very good, very good. Thank you. And let's go back to our next questions. Let's talk about types and interface. Do you know about interface?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Could you please?
also it's also describes help us describe to the structure of data. But we can use interface with the objects and classes, and also we can extend other interfaces with extends keyword.
Okay. And what is the difference between type and interface? Okay. You mentioned that we use interfaces with objects and classes, and we use keyword extends to extend this interface and to make a new interface based on the previous one. Okay. What else? And maybe could you please explain some situations when we should use types instead of interfaces and vice versa?
We can use types with to describe primitive data types, and with the union types, with the intersections, with utility types, right? We use type.
Well, actually, let's
No?
let's talk about this. If you
Yeah.
have some interface, let's go back to our playground and check
Okay.
it. Check it in the code. For example, we have some interface. Let me make this function generic. Generic and use this one. Okay. This one I will erase it. And let's change this one from type to interface. And let's check, can we use it in generic or not? Get age, ageable, and let pass humans there. Well, seems that okay. Oh, sorry. No. Wrong. Ageable and name it. Oh, this is the same situation. Okay. Let me fix it. Yeah, it seems that we can. And let's do some tricky thing. For example, I define interface ageable there, and let me do some strange thing to describe it again, but with another field. As you can see, there is no errors. I use two interfaces, two interface definitions, and well, in that case, as you can see, it's still true.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. I read about this like ability of interfaces that yeah, we can like redeclare interface with a new data, I don't know, and they will combine each other. So in the end, we get interface ageable with two properties, age and number, or age and name.
Yeah. Age and name, and both of them are required.
Yeah.
That's why we have an error here when I describe human as an ageable type, but I comment name field, and this is an error because property name is missing. After that, our interface ageable contains two words. You're absolutely right. And if I write type named above or below, how do you think? What do we have?
We have an error because
Let's check.
Yeah, we can't do it with type, I guess.
Yeah, duplicate identifier, and there is a difference between interface and types. When you describe type, it's a very strict definition, and you can't explicitly extend it. But we have different situation in interface. For example, if we have very long type definition file and somebody, maybe our colleague or maybe previous one who don't work in this company anymore, and if somebody writes the interface, describes the interface with the same name, they will be combined. And there is a, how to say, it's a bug and a feature simultaneously, because we can use it to add to definition some different parts of the definition during compilation. But on the other hand, we have some dangerous situation, and there is a difference between them. Between type and interface. And type, it's more strict definition than interface. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, good. Okay, good.
I understand. Yeah.
Great. And now you have known the answer on this question.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And let's go to the second part of our interview. Let's talk about React. What do you know about React? What is it, and why for?
As I know, React is a library, based on JavaScript. We use it to develop user interfaces.
Well, actually, we use JavaScript for the same purpose.
Yes,
And,
yes.
well,
Yeah, but
why do we need React?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, because it had some advantages, and I
For
think
example?
the main of advantages this is that React use a virtual DOM, so it's good for maybe optimization our application, because React updates only those parts of our application that has changed.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And let's talk about this, not about this optimization, but about optimization in general sense. For example, when you see some interface, you have some different parts of performance. For example, we can talk about network performance in terms how fast bytes run to server and back. And our browser start to build the picture based on these bytes. And also we can talk about performance of painting. For example, how fast our browser will draw the picture on the screen when all bytes are there. And also we have part about updates of this picture. For example, we have the first picture and we do something with the interface, for example, click on the button or open a select, and our browser need to update the picture. And my question is, what part of performance React try to optimize?
Yeah, it's a difficult question.
Let's try to guess, or maybe to suggest something.
Yes, I'll try. Just a second. So we have three parts. It's network, painting, how fast, and the third one.
First painting and update of previous picture. I mean, we have picture on the screen, and we make some action with our interface. For example, click on a button, and we okay, we will see a modal dialog after that. And our browser need to update this picture and show this modal dialog to us. There is a third part. And how do you think? What is React about?
If I need to choose only one, I think that it would be update picture.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I agree with you. Well, we can just draw the first picture just with plain HTML, I think. But if we're talking about updating, well, that might be tricky. And that's why I prefer to use some framework like React and Vue or Angular or Svelte, etc. And not to write this code by my own hand. Okay, you mentioned Virtual DOM. What it is?
Yeah, Virtual DOM is lightweight version of like the real DOM.
Okay. And well, we have a lightweight version for what? Why engineers from React team, from Facebook team, implements this another one DOM if they have DOM in browser?
Yeah, because it it allows to React updates only that parts of applications that have changed. So if something changed, React like create a new virtual DOM, then it compares with the previous version, and here it understands what exactly has changed, and then it update real DOM only this small or maybe not small part. And yeah, I think that if we would like don't have this virtual DOM, we needed to create this DOM like from scratch every time when something changes, and it's really like difficult and complex process.
Yeah, of course, and it takes time and resources. Well, I remember one page contains more than 100,000 elements. And if you try to rebuild this page on each change, the interface well, will be very, very small. Slow, sorry. Very slow, and well, that's why people from React well, created this parallel structure just to compare different versions and yet to compute the smallest part of the update. Yeah, absolutely right. Well, okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you. And let's go to React components because in React applications, we try to implement different parts of our user interface with React components. And could you please explain me the main parts of React component we can use to build the part of interface?
Main parts of components. So what should be inside the component?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you try to write a component, what can you use?
I use function, functional component, or I can use class component, but usually I use functional.
Yeah, you still can use class components, but
Yeah,
well,
I know. Yeah. And what
let them
should
pass.
yeah, what should be inside a component? We can pass their props. So it's like some data from parent component from outside. Yeah. Yeah. Then I can write some logic there. And I have a return statement, and then I have a block of JSX code.
JSX,
and
right?
yeah, this is my like markup. This is how my component will be is on the page.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm as old as I can remember how we built React components without JSX, with a lot of functions like React, create component, and children or something else. That was terrible, or really terrible. And well, when I saw JSX first time, that was very good moment. Okay, let's talk about state and props, like the most frequently used parts of component, if I'm not talking about return, of course. Well, what is the difference between state and props?
Yeah, prop came from outside, from other component, and the state, it's data inside the component. Yeah, we can add state, and we can change it using special function.
Okay, and let's try to talk about life cycle of these parts. For example, can you change props inside a component?
No, we can't. Props are immutable, like unchangeable. No? Oh, no. It's read only. I forgot. Yeah, so yeah, if we need to change props, I think the parent component should send us a new version of props. No?
And how can we, for example, we have some new value for some prop, and how can we push it back to parent component? Let's try to remember, for example, some text input. And well, if you put something in text input, actually text input, usually text input use state inside or reference to the DOM tree. But, well, if we try to write a form, we need to know this value, especially if we use it in uncontrolled mode. Oh, no, sorry, in controlled mode. How can we do it? Try to remember that. And you will find an answer on my question.
Maybe we should use event handler here. But
But it's not an event handler itself, because when you write your component, well, in React, you can't implement events on this component. For example, in Vue, you can, but in React, you can't. And what should we do? For example, we have prop value, and our parent component pass value to our component. We need to change this value inside our component and push it back to the parent. How can we do it? How can we push it back? What do we need for that?
No, I can't. I can't answer
Okay,
it.
well, you were close, and we need callback. Just callback props, another prop with function, and this function is callback from our parent component. And this is a common mechanism. How can we implement this relation between child and parent, not from parent and child? Okay, good. One moment about immutability of props. Actually, technically, you can change props. I mean, you can just take this prop as a variable and put the new value there. Well, technically, you can do it, but you shouldn't do it. And that's why we need to pay attention to our props and not mutate them. Okay, and what's about state? Can we change state?
Yes, we manage state inside component, and yeah, for state we can use hook, use state. Yeah, and yeah, it allows us to change change state when we need.
And how can we do it? I mean, technically, can we just mutate state variable?
So yeah, we use state hook that how it's called in English, like get initial.
It returns something here.
Yeah, it takes initial state and returns current state and a set state function. So
Okay.
yeah, when we need to change our state, we can write set state, and then we can pass a function, for example, that will change our state.
Okay. And let's imagine that we mutate our state variable without set state function. Well, will we see changes in our interface?
No, because if we don't use set state function, we don't see changes, because if I remember correctly, set state function like calls a render.
Trigger render.
Trigger a render of our component. And yeah, if we just change our variable, it like this value disappears after the render. So that's why we need use hooks to like to save, I don't know, to save these values from one render to another, and do not lose any data between these renders.
Yeah, that's why we need to use state instead of just using some some object inside the function, right? Okay, good. And let's talk about re-renders. What other triggers do we have in React to trigger a render? And what actions will trigger a render?
Yeah. So when props changes, change. So if parent component has changed,
Mhm.
its children also will re-render.
Mhm.
If state has changed,
Mhm.
and when we use effect, probably no.
No. If you
No.
don't trigger render inside use effect, it's just run the function and nothing else.
Okay. So props props and state changed.
Yeah, okay. And even if your props is the same, if your parent component renders, all children components will be renders too. And we have some special things how to stop this cascade render if we don't need to render our child components. Maybe you have heard about this.
Actually, no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's about function memo, React memo.
Ah, right.
You can wrap components React memo,
Yeah.
and in that case, children components will re-render only if props are changed. Okay, good, good, nice. And else, also another one trigger of re-render is changing of React context that is binded to your component. If you don't use this context, your component won't be rendered. But if you use, it will. Okay, good.
Okay.
Thanks. And let's talk about some state managers. We have states in our components, and also we have React context for transport bus to let our components know about this state. And also in ecosystem, we have state managers. Could you please tell me why we use state managers?
Yes, we can use state managers to to avoid prop drilling and put state of application in a separate place.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so prop drilling, it's when we need to pass data from from one parent through many levels to some child component, or we need to exchange data between siblings. They have one parent in somewhere on the top. And for this situation, we need to use we can use state management library.
Okay. And let's mention that we have a large application with many different parts. And we have inputs from user in text input, for example. And also we have some API calls that that are run asynchronously and on the background. Well, let's imagine that the both of them change the state. Well, actually, I would like to say that another one purpose of state managers is to synchronize all these changes. Because in the same moment, you can have, not technically in the same moment, but let me say that in the same moment, we can have multiple changes, and we need to be sure that some next changes don't erase previous one if we change different parts of the state. Okay, what state managers do you know?
I know Redux.
Yeah.
And that's I heard about Mobix, but
Mobix, yeah.
I didn't use it. Yeah.
Well, maybe you know the main changes main difference between Redux and Mobix.
No, actually, I don't.
How many states can we create in Redux?
Yeah, I don't know. I can suggest, I can suggest one.
Yeah, and your suggestion is right. The only one. But, well, actually, I don't check the latest version of Redux, but, well, in version I used last time, we can create only one. And in Mobix or in Zustand, for example, another one example of simple state management library, we can create multiple states and bind it to each other with some kind of event system. Yeah, there is a main difference between Redux and Mobix, for example. In Redux, it's very hard to separate different parts of your state from each other, and in Mobix you can do that strictly. There is a main reason. Okay, good, nice. Well, it seems that we have covered basic questions about React and TypeScript, and we have a few minutes to finish. Let's talk about Next.js. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I heard, and right now I'm working on it using Next. But yeah, for me, I use it. I use it like React.
Well, what version of Next do you use right now?
I think 16.
16, the latest one. And let
Or
me
maybe
suggest that.
or maybe 15 and something
Okay,
else.
it's
Yeah.
close to the final, right?
Yeah.
And let me guess that you use UpRouter, right?
Actually, I use page router,
Yeah.
like the oldest version. I guess when I start this project, yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. Just it was there like that, and then when I like learn Next, I like knew that there is a more modern version. Yeah, that we can use app or router. Yeah.
Well,
But
actually, we can use UpRouter from version 13, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I understand you because I use PageRouter too, and I have been working for years with PageRouter-based applications. That's why for me it was a kind of challenge to change my mind from PageRouter to UpRouter. Well, I completely understand you. If you would like just to take a look on it and to get your first experience, well, it's a good strategy not to use all the newest features in your pet project, part by part, step by step. That's true. Okay, and let's talk about this question. On the one hand, we have React. React is just a library, and we use it to build some client-side application. I mean that these applications use client-side rendering, and all painting will be ran on browser, on a client. And after that, we have Next.js. Why they created Next.js? How do you think? For what?
yeah, Next.js is framework.
Yeah, it's framework. Yeah.
Yes, and it give give gives us like structure of our project. So like to use router, I need to use app or pages structure for my components. Yeah, and also I can use API routers and create like backend without backend.
Why without? It's it backend. It's
Okay,
really
backend.
backend.
Backend with backend, yeah.
Not all backends are written in Java or Go or something like that. You can write backend in Next.js and in Vue.js, in Node.js, of course, and Next.js use Node.js under the hood.
Yeah. So why do we need Next.js to create applications with full stack applications, I guess. And also there are some features like routing. And it's better SEO
Why?
in Next. Yeah, I think because of SSR, SSG.
Yeah, what is SSR?
Yeah, SSR server-side rendering.
Could you explain this in a few words, please?
When our page creates on the site or on the server, and it's like it's better for dynamically for pages that dynamically change. No.
Well, it's close.
Dynamic.
It's close to true. You're absolutely right that our pages are rendered on the server if we use server-side rendering approach. And Next.js allow us to use server-side rendering approach. In that case, we use React components to build our page, but this code will be executed on the server side. And on the client side in browser, we will have just HTML with a little part of JavaScript, just for implement some interfaces like select or model pages, model dialogs. Sorry. Yep, and that's why it has better SEO. I mean, because well, when crawlers of Google try to get your page, in case of React, they just get JavaScript and there is nothing about the content. Even if they can execute this, well, they need to go to the server and takes data and re-render after that to show this data and etc. In case of SSR, you will see all data right on the first render. That's true. Okay, that's nice. And yes, you are completely right that Next.js is not only a server-side rendering engine, but a framework for React ecosystem. It has its own router. In case if we use simple React, we need to add router library by our hands. And there are many router libraries in React ecosystem, and well, it's kind of disaster when you try to choose one. And usually we make this choice with approach, oh, I used it in a previous project. Let me add it to my current project too. And your colleague said, no, it's bad. I have better. I know better library. Let's use it. And yeah, here we go again in the holy war. Well, great. Well, it's very nice that you use Next.js for your pet project, because I know many projects and many vacations with Next.js. I think it would be better for you. Well, great, great. And it's almost 1.5 hours of our technical interview. And that was, I think, more complex than the previous one. How do you think?
Yes, for me it was more difficult. Yeah, I don't know, maybe just I did more project using HTML and JavaScript than I use React, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, if you know something, it seems easier than something that you don't know, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay. I would like to say thank you for that interview. Well, we discussed many interesting topics across React and TypeScript and front-end development itself. Thank you very much. You're very brave, and well, I hope that after our interviews, your knowledge increased a little bit more, and you can use it in your well, in your job interviews. Thank you very much, and I would like to say good luck to you, and well, send a postcard when you find a job.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, and thanks to Natasha for organizing these interviews. Yeah, I knew, like, I get yeah, I knew a lot of things today, and I think of course I will use it in my future interviews. Yeah, thank you.
Ну
В этот
что?
момент давайте перейдем на
Да.
русский, потому что 1,5 часа разговора на английском, да, вышибают базовую грамматику из всех. Да, Маш, спасибо тебе большое, это было очень круто. Наташ, тогда мы здесь финализируем, и я возвращаю микрофончик тебе.
Ага. Ну что, господа, я очень рада, что вы пришли. Я очень рада, что вы сделали часть 2, что у нас сиквел. Третьей части не ожидается, все выдыхаем. Вот, Жень, спасибо. Ты прекрасно
По крайней мере,
отходил.
пока.
Ну, по крайней мере, пока. Все, Машу докачиваем сейчас еще до третьей части. На бэк, я не знаю, еще свечим. Маш, спасибо. Ты молодчина, ты храбрая, ты умничка. Я очень рада, что ты пришла. И я очень рада, что ты отсобесил. Как тебе самой? Сложно, не сложно? Комфортно, некомфортно? Как тебе это все удалось?
Да, спасибо за обратную связь, комментарии. Да, на самом деле очень комфортно, и после первой части, ну, то есть перед первой частью я прям очень стрессовала, потому что, ну, скорее потому что я не знала, чего ожидать, вот, но первая часть была супер комфортная, супер френдли, вот, и поэтому я сегодня как более как без такого стресса, в общем, пришла. Вот. Но по материалу сегодня было сложнее. Вот. Но опять-таки, может быть, потому что первая часть верстка и JavaScript достаточно базовые штуки, с которыми, ну, все равно в каком-то виде я там работала, где-то что-то подучила. Вот. А здесь, получается, я меньше это использовала. Вот, поэтому TypeScript вообще пока только так в теории знаю, вот, поэтому сегодня было сложнее. Но очень много новых штук узнала. Вот я себе там чуть-чуть кратенько записала и потом, наверное, пересмотрю. Вот.
Да, ну у нас сегодня было с тобой немножко практики по TypeScript.
Да.
Тест Playground — отличная штука.
Мгм.
Это прям песочница на сайте TypeScript. С TypeScript, знаешь, иногда проще попробовать,
Мгм.
чем пытаться выяснить это из теории. Поэтому я советую, юзайте, ребят, Playground. Иногда через практику это проще, чем через теорию.
Мгм.
Не всегда это лучше, но частенько это проще.
Да, спасибо. Спасибо. Я буду использовать.
Всё, друзья мои, вы молодцы, вы мои хорошие, я вам очень рада. Я задолбалась, вы задолбались. Так что слушатели, возможно, тоже задолбались. Всем пока, всем хорошего вечера, всем потом хороших выходных, а с наступающим, потому что больше у нас трансляций до следующего года не будет. Все, пока-пока, всех целую.
Пока-пока, ребят.
Пока.
Так, сама трансляция завершена.
Так,
И вот, и все, давайте расходиться. Пойду еще поработаю.